Please describe your job title and primary duties.
It was crew member. My duties were basically I helped make all the food. The main thing that I really assisted with was making pizzas. I didn't really get to they teach you how to make everything, but really the thing that I enjoyed was helping prepare the pizzas and getting those ready. I love pizza, so I thought that was kind of cool to be able to do that. So my duties were basically to go in, help prepare the food, make sure that it was cooked according to the instructions that Pizza Hut had us do, and then ultimately not mess up, make sure that's done on time, that it's not taking up a long time, to make sure that customers get their food in the timely order that we want them, so then we get good customer service, and at the same time we don't get complaints as well.
What was the work environment like?
The work environment, I mean, it really depends on the day. Some days, like if it was really jam-packed, it'll be really quick and really hectic, and sometimes people, I don't want to say that like they're like on edge, but more in the sense where, when you're really, really busy, it's just, it's work, make sure that you got the things ready. So depending on your staff, it depends. But for the most part, I know the people there, for the most part, they were all they handled it well. And when it was slow, then there was less to do. But at the same time, when it's not as busy of a day, you basically just, usually you clean around or make sure that food is prepped. So then just in case if we do get hit by a rush, we're prepared and we're not necessarily caught off guard or anything like that. So environment-wise, it really transfers. It just depends on the day. It can be really, really fast-paced to maybe a little slow, but for the most part, I know our managers always wanted us to at least be doing something instead of just sitting around or goofing around or anything like that. So if we weren't in a rush and cooking, we were prepping or cleaning or something like that.
How would you describe the application and interview process?
Application, I actually, I applied like a normal person. I went up, asked for an application, filled it out. What helped me out is that my brother personally used to work at that Pizza Hut. So he talked to the manager and he was like, hey, my little brother needs a job. And so that helped. But mainly for the most part, just like any other job, I approached the place, asked for an application, filled it out, made sure that I had good references and not just people who wouldn't really say great things if they were asked. And then after that, I was called in for an interview, and I made sure that I dressed up. I wasn't shirt and tie, but I did have a nice button-up shirt tucked into, I don't remember if I wore jeans or nice pants, but basically, I dressed up just to show I want the job and I can, be professional when I need to be. So, interviewed and, answered the questions properly to the best of my ability, made sure I was professional the whole time, tried to use good grammar, avoid things like slang or anything like that, make sure that I conveyed myself well, kept eye contact, good conversational interview skills. And then after that, I was told later that I got the job, to which then I proceeded on getting training and things like that to then eventually working.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
For the most part, the questions that I got in an interview were basically the same exact questions you would get in any interview, which is, what's your work style, information about myself, what I like to do in my free time to kind of see what kind of person I am, what are my team skills, can I adapt to fast-paced environments, things like that. Basic stuff that typical interviewers ask, basically trying to figure out what kind of person I was, how I react with others, am I capable of working in, stressed environments, things like that. Those kind of questions, basically.
How were you notified that you received the job?
I would say my best guess 2 weeks was when I was notified by a phone call that I got the position.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to gain employment?
Basically, just one, be yourself. When you're trying to get a job anywhere, whether it's Pizza Hut or anything, you have to be yourself, because if you put on a fake personality or a fake persona, then you have to stick with that persona. Two, just be, no matter what the job is, make sure you're professional. Take it seriously, because at the end of the day, it is a job, and they have to make sure that the work that they're doing is well. So